Welcome to the Morning Dig podcast with Chris Williams, where in under 5 minutes, I discuss experiences, achievements, and lessons that have motivated me so they can also help you kickstart your day and to keep digging in. Morning, guys. So this one again is me personally talking about a struggle that I've been dealing with, but I've found through reading and other education, I found what the problem was, and I'm going to share it with you guys. It's called mission creep. So what happens is, if you have a mission or a goal, and for me, it happens all the time in business. It started happening more frequently with my fitness and my diet. I have these goals. I want to get to 200 pounds. I want to be able to do all these crazy physical feats that I spoke about in a previous episode. In business, over the long term, we want to help 5,000 people beat chronic disease and obesity using CrossFit as our primary fitness methodology. At APL, we want to help 1,000 kids get at least a partial scholarship to college through their education and through their athletic capabilities. So we have these major goals. But what happens is you get this thing called mission creep. What mission creep means is you start changing the goal even ever so slightly because you feel like you see something shiny. It's the old shiny object syndrome. And something new comes along, a new fitness methodology, a new program, a new competition that can make you some money. And what ends up happening is you start changing your mission, even if it's ever so slightly. But as you start changing your mission, they call it mission creep. You start losing focus of the thing that got you started in the first place, that gets you fired up in the morning to get going, that ultimately wins over your want to not work out or not eat right or not get up at 4, 5, 6 a.m. and get after it. Whatever it is, that mission is so strong. That mission that ultimately got you going starts shifting, and you lose track and you lose sight of what really matters. So you have to really focus on not allowing mission creep to get into your psyche where you just start, I started with this marathon and it means so much to me because I've always wanted to do it. And my mom did one, or whatever it is, and this thing that's driving you. But then all of a sudden you find out, there's a Spartan race in the middle of it. I'll just do the Spartan race instead, or whatever it may be. There's just these things that are driving your mission and altering it to the point where you forget why you started. You don't have that fire inside you anymore. And ultimately you lose sight, and then you lose your motivation, and then you probably stop training as hard, and then you might take a couple days off that you normally wouldn't. And it's just this slow dribble effect of losing sight of what mattered to you. And the same thing can happen in business. The same thing can happen in your career. Get back to mission. Stick to that mission that burns that fire inside you and keeps you going. And don't allow mission creep to get in and dissuade you away from what matters the most. As always, I hope that helps. I hope this gets you dialed in, ready to take on the day, and get you steadfast on that mission that matters the most to you. You can always reach out if you ever need anything. And as always, keep digging in. Thank you for taking the time today to experience the Morning Dig podcast. Whether you're a first-time listener or long-time listener, I hope that this has given you value, that you found the time to share this with friends so that you keep inspiring and rising the tides for all. If you haven't yet, take a moment to check the description below and follow me on my social media accounts for daily motivation, education, inspiration that I hope continues to provide value for years to come. As always, my goal is value. So if this provides value, continue sharing with others, keep digging in.